9.6 million years ago, the world was a place of constant danger, change, and adaptation. This was the late Miocene epoch, a time when Earth's climate was shifting, forests were shrinking, and grasslands were beginning to spread across much of Africa and Eurasia. It was in this world that some of the earliest ancestors of humans struggled to survive. In the dense woodlands of Africa, small groups of primates lived their lives under the shadow of much larger and more dangerous creatures. These were not humans yet, nor even the direct species we would later recognize as hominins, but they were the beginning. Creatures that lived in trees, walked the branches with agility, and foraged for fruit, leaves, and insects. Their survival depended not only on their ability to climb, but also on their awareness of what lurked in the undergrowth. One of the greatest threats of this era was the saber-toothed cat. With enormous fangs and powerful bodies, these predators ruled the land. Unlike modern lions or leopards, saber-toothed cats were ambush hunters. They waited patiently in the tall grass or beneath low branches, waiting for an unsuspecting animal to come close. When they struck, their attack was brutal and fast. For primates, the saber-toothed cat was a nightmare that shaped how they lived. Staying too long on the ground meant risking an ambush. Even a few seconds of distraction while foraging for fallen fruit could mean death. As a result, these early primates became highly cautious. Their eyes, set forward on their faces, gave them depth perception, an advantage when leaping from branch to branch, but also a survival tool for detecting sudden movements in the forest. The struggle for survival was not only about avoiding predators. Food was a constant challenge. With the climate growing drier, fruit-bearing trees became less abundant. Primates had to expand their diet, searching for leaves, seeds, nuts, and even insects. This dietary flexibility was a small but important step in the long story of evolution. It meant that, unlike many specialized animals of the time, our distant ancestors could adapt when resources shifted. But imagine a scene. A small troop of primates moves through the canopy in the early morning. The air is cool, mist clings to the leaves, and birds call in the distance. A mother carries her infant close to her chest, while juveniles play cautiously nearby. Suddenly, a rustle in the grass below freezes them. A saber-toothed cat is moving silently beneath the trees. The adults sound an alarm call, sharp and urgent. Instantly, the troop moves higher, climbing into thinner branches where the heavy predator cannot follow. The cat waits, circling, its eyes fixed upward. For hours, the primates must remain alert, holding their ground in the trees until the danger finally slips away. Scenes like this happened countless times across millions of years. Each encounter reinforced behaviors that increased survival, living in groups, communicating with warning calls, and keeping young ones protected in the safety of the canopy. These strategies were not intelligence in the modern human sense, but they were the seeds of social behavior that would one day define humanity. The landscape itself also shaped their evolution. The spread of grasslands meant fewer safe trees. Some primates began to explore the ground more often, traveling between patches of forest. Walking upright, even for short distances, may have begun here, first as a way to carry food or to see above the tall grasses, and only much later becoming a defining feature of humans. 9.6 million years ago was not a time of comfort. It was a time of survival against overwhelming odds. For every primate that managed to outwit predators and find enough food, many others did not survive. Yet through countless generations, the traits that worked, better vision, stronger social bonds, more flexible diets, were passed forward. This was the crucible in which humanity's story began, a world of danger, struggle, and adaptation. Without the constant threat of predators like the saber-toothed cat, without the shifting climate that forced change, our distant ancestors might never have developed the skills that would one day allow humans to rise. When we look back at 9.6 million years ago, we are not just seeing animals in trees. We are witnessing the earliest sparks of a journey that would eventually lead to us. Creatures capable of telling stories, of remembering the past, and of imagining the future. The struggle of those primates against saber-toothed cats was not just their fight for survival. In a very real way, it was the beginning of our fight to exist.